Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a Boots beauty specialist and I'm going to go through the Perfect Eye demonstration, which is one of our makeup services that we offer in store. So is there any particular eye look that you've got in mind or something that you want to learn today?
I'm looking at particularly a day-to-day look, something that I can go over to an evening as well.
Okay, perfect. So I've got a lovely neutral look in mind, but then add a pop of sparkle for the Christmas time. So I'm going to start with an eyeshadow base. What this is going to do is going to help the eyeshadow to pop, and it's going to last all day. So especially because you're looking from a daytime to a nighttime look, we don't want the eyeshadow to budge anywhere. So this is just going to seal it in place like glue. So once you've got the base done, I'm going to go in with a nice fluffy brush, and you can pick a neutral shade and take it through the crease. So I'm going to go in with Nude, and I'm just going to add a little bit on the end, tap off the excess and buff it with like circular motions throughout your crease. And the nice thing about this technique is no matter what eye look you're doing, you can use the same application methods for whatever style you're doing and just tailor it to that eye look. So you can take it darker if you get more comfortable with eyes, then you can really emphasize the crease with the darker shade, but you always want to start off with a nice transition shade first. So I'm now going to go in, once we've got the transition shade, with a nice cream shadow stick. So the nice thing with a cream shadow stick is that they're really blendable, so I'm taking it straight off the bullet to have that little bit more control. So I'm just going to tap it along the outer corner of the eye and along the lash line, and it just adds a really nice structure to the eye there. And it adds definition without having to be as precise as like a liquid liner. So now we've got the structure with a nice crease shade and along the outer corner, we can go in with a kohl pencil just to add that more definition. I'm going to go back in with the brush that we used to buff out the cream shadow stick to help the shadows blend together. So I'm now going to go back to the cream shadow stick to diffuse it and soften it so there's no harsh lines. I'm going to go back in with the Kylie palette that we used for the transition shade, and I'm going to pick up a brown, and again just all about blending, going backwards and forwards with different shades until you get the look that you like. So if you wanted to keep it more day to day, you could go in with like a nice neutral shade and pat that all over the lid. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'll show you how then we turn it into an evening look. So can you see how now we've got a nice wearable everyday sort of look? But what I'm going to do now is take a bit of a shimmer and just tap that over the lid where we put the matte shade, and this is just going to amp up the volume so it looks a little bit more Christmassy and a bit more nighttime glam. So we're going to finish off the eye look now with a little bit of mascara. I'm going to go in with the new Clinique mascara just because it's got a really nice applicator and it's like a Christmas tree, so I thought it really fits in with when you take it to the night with the Christmas vibes. And it's really nice because it's buildable volume. I feel like no eye look is finished without a little bit of mascara. So I feel like that's our day to night glam complete. So if you want to have a little look and see your final thoughts.
Thank you, that's beautiful.
So I'm going to match up the other eye, and I hope that you've learned a few tips and tricks to take home with you, but we're always here if you want to pop in again.